This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio. And we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. You know, when I say that I'm proud and we're proud to be the Patriot, we're not playing games, people. We're not playing games. I love this great country. I love this great country. It's just these rotten bastard, no-count, good-for-nothing, political, parasitical punks that we call politicians are screwing it up. They're screwing it up. Every day we see in the paper, this is going on, that's going on. There's something in the, and I don't want to go there, but I'm going to go anyway. And if you don't like it, turn me off. Don't give a damn. People, I appreciate I go out, we're getting our petition signed. I am running for state rep, as you all know. I want to tell you how humbled I am when we go out to Mascoutah, Millstadt, down to East St. Louis, all throughout St. Clair County, the people who listen to the station. But I have to tell you, don't be my fan. I'm your fan. I have to sit here and do this. You don't have to listen to me. So I appreciate each and every one, and I mean that sincerely. Don't want to be what I hate, a big shot. Never want to be what I hate is a big shot. And these rotten bastard big shots are walking all through the courthouse. You go up there yesterday, there's Barra Civic, there's Sprague, there's Kern. Do you guys know you've created these Frankenstein monster son of a bitches? Do you know that? We're the ones that put them in office. And every 4 years, like sheeple, they just lead you up to the courthouse. You vote for them. They come back, and they do the same damn thing. The same thing. They're not the idiots. We are. We're the idiots for putting up with that crap. The Democrats have been in power in St. Clair County for 40, 50 years. Now, I rag them. But I promise you, if it would have been the Republicans in office in St. Clair County for 40, 50 years and done the same thing that the Democrats have done, I would be ragging the Republicans. There's no difference between an R and a D behind a name in a county election, in a municipal election. Now, the federal elections, you've heard me before. We talk about foreign policy. There's a difference between a philosophy between the Democrats and the Republicans. The fiscal responsibility, there's a little bit of difference between the Democrats and the Republicans. At the local level, is there a difference? There's no difference. People get in if you're the coroner, you pronounce the guy dead. If you're the auditor, you add up the figures and they are what they are. But the Democrats for so many years trying to scare you got to be a Democrat. You don't have to be a Democrat. Then I hear this idiot, the guy I've been talking about time and time again, Ray Coleman. What a piece of crap he is. Ray Coleman. What a piece of crap. And Ray, give me a call, 394-1190. I see somewhere on Facebook, somebody sent us some information that Ray Coleman saying that if you're a coalition member, it's like saying you're a Republican. What an asswipe. Hey, Ray Coleman, you're an asswipe. I hope you stay around forever, Ray, because you're the only son of a bitch that people hate more than they hate me. There ain't nobody. Ray's mom and daddy don't like Ray Coleman. He sits around. He told everybody, and I know a lot of you people don't even know this stupid son of a bitch, and I don't know why I'm giving him airtime other than he's like a hemorrhoid. And if you got a hemorrhoid, it ain't no big deal, but you got to get rid of it. It's a little painful. You got to get rid of it. Nobody wants to hear about it. But I got to say, this Ray Coleman, he's the governmental affairs consultant in Washington Park. And you've heard me say it 1,000 times. $70,000, $80,000, whatever he's making, he takes $9,000 or $10,000 of campaign funds and gets consulting fees for the gal he said he helped get elected mayor of Washington Park. Ann Rogers, a nice lady. But he's got a book out. It's like a bozo coloring book. He wrote a book that he got Obama elected single-handedly. Obama don't even know your black ass, you idiot. But Ray Coleman saying about Facebook, he said he won't mention. You can mention my name, Ray. You can mention my name. My background's history for everybody. I'll tell you, I'm not a perfect person, but I'll stand for what I believe in, and I won't talk behind anybody's back. The only reason that I don't talk to Sprague and Kern to their face, because they run from me. They run from me. I talk to them any day. They said the coalition is another way of saying Republican. What an asswipe, you ignorant, stupid son of a bitch. The St. Clair County Coalition is about getting the corruption out of St. Clair County. You can't believe the number of Democrats that have contacted us, the independents. They know it's not a political movement, it's a civic movement. Because we have to get rid of these rotten bastard Democrats. And if it had been Republicans, I'd say, let's get rid of the Republicans. Let's take care of our housekeeping if I can find it. Hold on. I'm still getting the information. Everybody wants to know about the judge having the affair with someone at the courthouse. Everyone wants to know, and as soon as we get legal clarification, we will be one way or the other getting that information out. But who would give a damn about a married judge, screwing a gal at the courthouse who I believe's married? Hell, them politicians been screwing us for 30, 40, 50 years. Why the hell do we care? Somebody else getting screwed at the courthouse? That's no big deal. That shouldn't be news, but stay tuned because we will get to that as soon as we get cleared. Knights of Columbus, Cahokia Council 4596, their annual meat shoot, Saturday, November the 11th from noon till dusk. All benefits are given to the Shriners Burn Center, and I want to appreciate and say I do appreciate the Shriners for all they do. And the Knights of Columbus, thank you for giving back to the Shriners who give to everybody. And I want to say a special hi to Kim and Ken Deers from Cahokia. Thank you very much for that information. The St. Clair Lodge, number 24. The Masonic Lodge, number 24, having their Wurtzmart and Country Store next Sunday, November the 15th. They're serving a buffet style from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Adults, $11, children, $10. It's giving by the Masonic Organizations of the Temple. That's to be held at 225 East A Street in Belleville. And I want to salute again all the Masons, all the Shriners, for all the civic work they do all throughout the community. The Millstock Community Blood Drive to be held Thursday, November the 12th from 4 to 8 p.m., sponsored by the Millstock Consolidated School District. St. Wenceslaus having their fall festival, their yearly fall festival, Saturday, November the 7th from noon to 9 p.m., fried chicken, roast beef. They're going to have a celebration of Mass at 4 p.m. Fredbird's going to be there at 3 p.m., They're located at 3022 Oregon at Arsenal in South St. Louis, and thank you guys very much. This Saturday, and we'll be there, Saturday, November the 7th at Fisher's. All-you-can-eat beer and chicken dinner, sponsored by the Belleville Firefighters Association Local 53. Old Salt Union will be the band. Hope everybody comes out and supports the Belleville Fire Department. Bunch of great guys. If you have any questions or concerns or want to get some tickets or information, you can call 234-2244. Chicken and Beer Dance, the Freeburg Junior Midgets Cheerleaders, to be held at Carbon's Knotty Pines, their banquet hall, this Saturday, November the 7th, $15 per person, $20 at the door. Door opens at 6 p.m., featuring music by the Great Cactus Moon Band from 7 to 11 p.m. Any questions or concerns, you can contact Tara at 406-2078. The annual Smithton's Fire Department Fall Barbecue to be held at the Smithton Firehouse. Dine-in carry-outs available. It'll be this Sunday, November the 8th, from 11 a.m. till sold out. Ribs, pork steaks, get out there if you guys can. Smithton, a great little village. Get out there and help the Smithton Fire Department. Trivia night this Saturday, November the 7th, at St. Joseph's Perry Center in Freeburg, Illinois. It's for the Freeburg High School Music Boosters. They're going to have a silent auction, cash bar. If you need any information or you have any concerns, you can contact 618-539-0072. The Polish American War Vets Annual Turkey Shoot coming up Sunday, November the 15th from noon till dusk, I guess. The Polish American War Vets, they're from Caseyville, located at 2180 North 81st Street in Caseyville, Illinois. Any questions or concerns, you can contact 398-5040. The East St. Louis Veterans Memorial Post, 2505. The annual Veterans Day dinner event honoring their hometown business entrepreneurs will be held this Sunday at 3 p.m., November the 8th, at Clyde C. Jordan Senior Citizens Building at 6755 State Street. Any information, concerns, you can contact 618-616-1720. The Veterans Appreciation Dinner, November the 8th, at Veterans Memorial Hall, located at 319 North Marion Street in Bunker Hill. Doors open at 12:30 p.m., meals from 1 to 4, serving chicken and dumplings all you can eat. It's sponsored by courtesy of the American Legion Partridge Post 578, the Women's Auxiliary. Wurtzmart in Muscuda, the Muscuda Moose Lodge, this Sunday from 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. to be held at 111 North 2nd Street, the Muscuda Moose Lodge. All you can eat pork sausage, sauerkraut, mashed potatoes. Going to be music by the Cactus Moon Band again from 1 to 5 p.m. Don't forget, you can pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and or the Grim Reaper of Radio. You can go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com. One word, common spelling. Please like us on Facebook at KQQZ 1190 AM or our sister station at KZQZ 1430 AM. You can hear my repeat performance every day at 4 o'clock p.m. And also now broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift every night, Monday through Friday at the stroke of midnight. On this date, November the 5th, 1872, Susan B. Anthony was fined $100 for attempting to vote in the presidential election of Ulysses S. Grant. Says she never paid the fine. On this date, November the 5th, 1895, George Shelton of Rochester, New York, received the first U.S. patent for an automobile. On this date, November the 5th, 1923, the electric shaver was patented. On this date, November the 5th, 1935, Parker Brothers launched the game of Monopoly. On this date, November the 5th, 1968, Shirley Chisholm of Brooklyn, New York, was the first black woman elected to serve in the House of Representatives. On this date, November the 5th, 1968, unlike me, who is the crook, Richard Milhouse Nixon was elected to the presidency of the United States. On this date, November the 5th, 1994, in a letter to his fellow Americans, former President Ronald Reagan disclosed he had Alzheimer's disease. On this date, November the 5th, 1994, at age 45, George Foreman became boxing's oldest heavyweight champion by knocking out Michael Moore in the 10th round in Las Vegas. On this date, a great date in history and world history. On this date, November the 5th, 2006, Saddam Hussein, the former president of Iraq, was sentenced to death. That's what happened on this date, November the 5th, throughout all these years in our world's history. Hey, I got to go here because this is near and dear to my heart. Read in the newspaper, this vet is biking across country. He's got his dog. He's a homeless vet, and it says, when When your dog is all you got in the world, people don't want to give them up. So a lot of them are falling into a loophole. They're losing their dogs. So this homeless U.S. veteran, Harold Palmquist of Phoenix, he's got his dog Daisy with him. It's a picture in the Belleville News-Democrat. It's today's paper. And you guys, get it out of the trash. Don't buy it because they're bunches of, well, they're no good. Let's just go there. But anyway, this Air Force veteran is bicycling across the country with his dog in the back. And he says he's trying to raise $12,500 to help with the vets so they don't have to lose their pets. So he left Belleville yesterday. Anybody, and we're going to try to find him, anybody that sees him walking or riding his bike down the road, I guess he's going east towards New York. He's going to pedal cross country to try to raise $12,500. Please give him this number, 394-1190. I want to make that donation of the $12,500 to this gentleman, and I don't know how to find him, but I'm sure our listening audience, our station goes out way past Mount Vernon into Effingham, just about to the Indiana border. But if anybody sees this vet, you can't miss him. He's got a bike and he's got a trailer with all of his belongings, and he's got a crate with his poor little dog in the crate. Dog's name Daisy, but he just left Belleville yesterday. So, you know, I would like to finance his journey. So if anybody sees him on the road, I would assume he's on, I don't know if he's on a major highway or not, but if people in Clinton County, people in Washington County, if you see this gentleman, you'll recognize him. Please have him call 618-394-1190 because I want to finance that $12,500 trip. Not so much for him, but I want to salute him as a veteran because we love animals. And great picture in the paper. So anybody, please, police departments, anybody that sees this Air Force vet, this homeless Air Force vet, have them give me a call if you would. I would sincerely appreciate that. Read in the paper. What the hell? Now Mexico Supreme Court opens door to pot use. Do you know now pot's going to be legal? How many people went to jail back in the day because the politicians said pot's illegal? You know, the politicians are the one that put us in jail. It's not a crime until those rotten, no-count, good-for-nothing, low-life bastards, until they say, hey, we're going to make that a crime. So, and I've never, I swear to you, never in my life have I smoked marijuana. I mean, everybody thinks I'm nuts, thinks I'm the worst thing going, and maybe I am, but I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I don't give a damn what anybody does. But these politicians, you got to know how much power you give them. Now, all of a sudden, Mexico, Illinois, we're going to legalize marijuana for medical purposes, of course. The next step will be recreational use. And I'm nobody's moral keeper, so it's not my business what somebody does in the privacy of their homes. It's not my business if they want to put something in their system that's going to screw them up. It's not my business. But these politicians now, all of a sudden, because it's a money grab in Illinois, in Missouri, Colorado, they're going to make it okay for medical use. And it'll be like anything else. You can go to the doctor for $50 and he'll give you a prescription saying, hey, this guy's got a nervous condition. This guy's got that condition. So everybody that wants to spend $50, $100 at the doctor's office, they're going to be able to get it. They want to give us the old okey-fadoke. And I'm tired of that. Don't put crap on my plate and tell me to eat it. And think that you're going to make me think that it's caviar because I know what crap is. But now in Mexico, I mean, they put people in jail for 5-10 years in Mexico for drug use. Now all of a sudden Mexico is going to open the door for legalized pot use. I guess then what's wrong? The guy said they want to legalize it because it's the person's right to personal freedoms. And I agree with that. We should all. I'm more of a libertarian. I don't think the government should get involved in my life until I need them. We don't need the government involved in what we do behind closed doors. But anyway, they say it's a person's right to personal freedom. So we can smoke marijuana. So they're going to make it's no longer criminal. What about all the criminals that have been in jail for it? What's going to happen to those guys? Can we give them their time back? No, we can't. Hell, we might as well, if it's for a person's right for personal freedoms. What's wrong with prostitution? You know, we had gambling for so many years that was against the law. Al Capone, everybody went to jail, but we needed the money, so the politicians, the gods of this country said, hey, gambling's going to be legal. Let's strike it down. Let's send the lightning bolt down. Gambling's legal. So every thug, every gangster that went to jail for bookmaking and illegal gambling, now all of a sudden the politicians say, hey, it's okay because we need the money. Now the drugs. And I'm not saying good, bad, or indifferent. I mean, these guys that are pushing these hardcore drugs, their asses need to be in jail because they're influencing our children, and that's bull crap. But I'm talking about not on the legal issue, on the moral issue. Now all of a sudden, marijuana's all over. Hell, there's guys that spend 10 years in jail for possessing and selling marijuana. And here's the thing, unless you grow it, and most people don't know how, somebody's got to sell it to you before you can smoke it. So there's two criminals there. But now all of a sudden, the government's saying, nah, we're not going to make it a criminal offense. Well, why not prostitution? And I would venture to say that will be the next step. They've got legal brothels in Reno. They're going to have legal brothels all throughout this country. Because the point I'm trying to make, these no-count scumbag ass-white bastards, what we call politicians, these son of a bitches need the money. Barra Civic, they tell me in St. Clair County, got 20 people that are related to him, offshoots of the Barra Civic clan, maybe not the name Barra Civic. They've got 20 people on the payroll. I know Sprague has all his family and friends on the payroll, as does Kern. They're going to need more money. And how are they going to get it? They can't tax us much further. If they do, we'll run them out of town on a rail, and they know that. So they got to come up with these unconventional ways to get money. First, gambling's okay. Now pot's okay. Prostitution down the road will be okay because these politicians have screwed us, have stolen from us, and they're going to continue to do it until we stop them, people, until we stop them. It's unbelievable how ignorant we can be. We all know what's going on, especially in St. Clair County. We know about the vote theft down below the hill. I told you before, it's like the pink elephant in the room. Everybody tries to avoid the pink elephant. But when that pink elephant drank a case of beer and ate a quart of chili the night before, and he starts passing gas in that room, you can't ignore that pink elephant any longer. And that's what's happening. We can't ignore the pink elephant. We can't ignore the culture of corruption in St. Clair County. I've talked to Democrats, Republicans, all throughout St. Clair County on my petition drive. It's unbelievable. They all know about what's going on in East St. Louis, the theft of the votes. They all know what's going on in Centerville Township with the theft of the votes. The federal government knows. The state government knows. Brendan Kelly knows. But it goes on and on and on. When are we as a people, not as black, not as white, not as Democrats, not as Republicans, not even as men and women, when are we as true Americans going to say, that's not what our system was built on? Our system is built on one vote, one person, a fair electoral process. It's not happening in East St. Louis. I remember back in the day, and I'm not proud of it. I've made all kind of mistakes. I was young. I'd go down to East St. Louis with some political people because I'd been involved in politics since I've been 16. They'd run the judges out of the voting polls. They'd go behind the old green machines, the old voting machines, and they'd click off 50, 100, 200, 300 votes, whatever they needed. And you know what the significance of East St. Louis in every election? They're the last ones to come in. And you know why that is. Because they couldn't call up to Belleville. They couldn't call up to Smithton or Freeburg or Mascoutah, Millstadt, Fairview Heights, Swansea. They couldn't call and say, hey, guys, we're 300 votes behind. We need at least 400 votes. They wouldn't have done that because that's illegal. But they've done it down in East St. Louis for all these years. Hey, we need 700 votes. We need 2,000 votes. Whatever the vote total is, it's click, 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 click. Now it's not clicking anymore. We don't have the voting machines. But we all know what's going on. Why don't we, as Americans, not just Republicans, not just independents, not just libertarians, but also you true Democrats? It's a democratic process. And once you steal a vote, you steal the integrity of this country. Because once you steal the vote and a candidate you didn't want to get in, got in, the integrity's gone. The honesty's gone. The credibility is gone. And we as people, we have to understand. We have to understand that it's not going to get any better. Anybody got a take on that? We are America's voice of freedom. Definitely the Patriot. You can call toll-free 1-888-394-1430. On the east side, 394-1190. But ask yourselves, you know what's going on. It's time we put a stop to it. Because if we don't, it will never get any better, people. Somebody give me some ideas on what you think we can do to stop this. It's been in the papers. People go to jail for voter fraud down in East St. Louis. Everybody knows what's going on. When are we, as a community, as decent people of St. Clair County, when are we going to stand up and say, we're not going to take this crap anymore? This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, your guardian of the First Amendment, Radical Radio. And we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud to be the Patriot. We've got some callers. Let's take at least one. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hello. Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. Thanks. Yeah, my name is Bill from Cahokia, and this is about the recreational use of marijuana, when it's legalized or whatever. First of all, I'd rather buy American to begin with. Second of all, as far as the greedy bastards, politicians getting their fingers on proceeds from the pot money, I wish the veterans of this state would get together and get that money going to a Wounded Warrior project or something like that, and keep it out of the system, the government, the political system. Keep it out of that.
Yeah, no, Bill, thanks for the call, Bill. I appreciate that, and you're exactly right. If we're going to take money, if you're going to take money from us, let's give it to the vets, let's give it to the homeless, let's give it to our people. Let's don't take it throughout all these foreign countries, because these rotten bastards, as soon as we give them money and we turn around and leave, they give us a finger. They don't give a damn about the United States of America. But, Bill, you're right. I appreciate the call. Listen, I got to go here. Granite City couple accused of starving a female dog. What a piece of crap. Now, I know they're innocent until proven guilty, but they had a dog, a female Labrador Beagle mix, was covered in fleas and feces. It had health issues. The police went to the home of Monica Swalford and Harold Denninger. They signed the rights over to the dog and her puppies to the Granite City Animal Control. They've been charged with animal cruelty Now, these dogs would have died. A Class A misdemeanor, $100 fine. That's what I've said before, people, and I love children, I love animals. I'm not much of a people person, but I love children and I love animals, and they can't take care of themselves. That's what we're put on this earth for, to take care of the children and our furry friends. But this Granite City couple going to get a $100 fine, and I've said this, and I mean this. If I get elected state representative, you're going to see the craziest, ignorant son of a bitch you've ever seen up in Springfield. I probably won't be able to change and get your taxes lowered, but I'll fight. I'll fight for it. I'll probably not be able to get crime stopped in your community, in my district, the 114th, but I'll fight for it. But what I can promise everyone, that I will hold these bastards' feet to the fire. And I promise you, first one of my legislative acts will be somebody hurts a child or hurts an animal intentionally, life in prison. I know that's a little much, but I think it's a little much when these rotten bastards take their children and won't feed their children. Our most precious commodity, our children. Won't feed them, hurt them, shake them to death. Well, let's give them 10 years. No, let's give them life. No, let's cut off their damn heads, shove it up their ass, and then roll them down the courthouse steps. And you think I'm playing, I'm not. And I don't mean politically, of course. I do not mean politically. But for somebody starving a dog, what the hell? Let's put them in a cage for about 100 years and not let them eat. Don't it piss you off, people? Get off your asses. We got to be concerned about what's going on surrounding us. You can't live in your own little bubble, because sooner or later that little bubble's going to burst and you're going to be in the real world and you're going to see what's going on. But for these two bastards in Granite City to be charged with a Class A misdemeanor, that's what I was charged with, and I stepped on that hairy Sasquatch Aaron Kearns property. Now, I know that was egregious, but starving a dog, going to get the same amount of fine that I get for stepping on property? Are you crazy? People, you got to understand, we have to take care of each other. We have to take care of each other, because if not, no other son of a bitch is going to do it. These politicians aren't going to do it. I had a call today from a good friend of mine. They talked about the East St. Louis Police Department. They tell me from good sources that the police pension in East St. Louis has about 4 years left, that all those hardworking police officers that put their life on the line every day, they're not going to have any pension. They're going to lose their $30,000 in pension. They tell me that the East St. Louis Fire Department has about 33 months worth of pension left for the retirees and the widows of the retirees for the East St. Louis Fire Department. Isn't that something? They're out there protecting us day in and day out. The firemen, the policemen, they're going to have to worry about how they're going to live, because they're not going to have a pension because East St. Louis has not been paying into the pension fund. How the hell? And I know that doesn't affect you or me, but that affects those families. And here's these rotten bastard politicians, the Tom Holbrooks, the Mr. Haney Holbrooks. This bastard was a state representative. He's going to get $70,000, $80,000 in pension for a part-time job. He's a county clerk in St. Clair County. He's going to get another $40,000, $50,000. His wife worked for the state, got another $70,000, $80,000. This no-good son of a bitch is sitting up at the courthouse. Him and his wife going to make $130,000, $140,000 in pension. And the most serious and most dangerous thing that son of a bitch ever did was take a crap. But our firemen, our policemen, not just in East St. Louis, but all throughout this country, they don't get big pensions, but they put their lives on the line every day. But how egregious when the East St. Louis Police Department, the city don't put in their matching funds, and the policemen have about 4 years left, and then nobody will be getting a pension. Hey, you poor guys down in East St. Louis, you East St. Louis policemen, you guys better watch out. There's not going to be any pension money. You firemen, you better watch out. And that's just not in St. Clair County. That's up in Cook County. That's all throughout the state of Illinois and probably the country. But for East St. Louis, the city leaders not to make sure that the firemen and the policemen have a pension like they're going to get. Then they tell me that Claiborne, and if I'm wrong, Claiborne, give me a call, you idiot. I mean, Senator Foghorn, I say Buckwheat Claiborne. He made $38,000 defending, listen to this, people. He made $38,000 defending a $1,500 lawsuit. $38,000 that Claiborne's law firm made, and they made over $1 million last year in East St. Louis, an impoverished town. They can't pay the policemen. They can't pay into the pension fund. They can't put more policemen on the street, but they can give Claiborne, the state senator, $1 million. See, you people in East St. Louis, you better wise up. And I know he'll say, hey, that's a white boy. He's a racist. He's talking about me, a black man. No, I'm talking about a no-good son of a bitch. I don't care if he was purple. But you proud people in East St. Louis are paying that bastard and his firm $1 million a year? And you're paying him $38,000 to defend a $1,500 lawsuit? You understand what's going on. Everybody all throughout St. Clair County, they understand what's going on. Somebody at some point better do something about it. I read in the paper, and my language, this mayor of Chesterfield got chastised for using salty language. Well, if his language is salty, I don't know what the hell mine is. But they voted 7-0 over in Chesterfield to censor this guy because I guess at a city meeting he had vulgarity-laced tirade. Now, what is vulgarity-laced? I don't understand. But don't you and Jerry Nichols from Cahokia the same way ask questions and get physically removed, which was a violation of his civil rights, and I know the federal government is investigating down there right now. But isn't that where you have your dissension? Isn't that in the political meetings, in the board meetings, in the council meetings, when you go there? Isn't that where you have differences of opinion? Isn't that where you're going to get a little loud? You may say a few vulgar words. But for them, and they spent $17,000 in Chesterfield, of course they have it, on an investigation to have somebody, an independent person, come in and to investigate. And they're mad because the mayor used some salty language. This mayor, Chesterfield Mayor Bob Nation, used some salty language. Hey, I don't give a damn. If I come to your house with $1 million and I cuss you out, I guarantee you're still going to take that $1 million. I hate it. And most people have heard crap worse than mine, worse than what I say every day from their parents, their grandparents. So I don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that vulgarity. Then you better stay in your house. I've heard priests cuss. You better stay in your house, and you better never come out, and you better never turn your television on, and definitely don't turn on KQQZ 1190, because you're going to hear it when I get ready to say it, because we can do that in America. But for them, the people of Chesterfield, the board members, to spend waste $17,000 because the mayor used a little vulgarity, and I don't even know what the vulgarity was. But I don't give a damn. Cuss me out every day, Kern, Sprague, Bear Civic, red on the noodle like a pecker on the poodle, Bear Civic. Cuss me out every day. Cuss the people of St. Clair County out, but don't steal from us. Don't take from us and continue to take and give us no services. I don't give a damn how you bring me the money. I don't give a damn if you're wearing a suit or you're naked. It's not how the message is delivered. It's the message that's being delivered. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of Radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's by-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud to be the Patriot. We don't have much time left. I got some hate calls, hate mail. I get a little bit. I get more support than I do hate, but I do get some hate. And I had some calls about this transgender idiot. And I would tell them to kiss my ass, but they would probably like that, so I won't do that, of course. They'd probably like to do a lot more with my ass because they're kind of pissed off at me. But I still don't understand, and this is a serious situation, people. The federal government is saying that if a guy, 17, 18 years old in high school, and I guess college, I don't know, we'll have to find out, that if I say that I'm a woman, I guess I can wear a dress. Well, women, a lot of the lesbians wear suits, pantsuits. I guess I can still wear my suit and say, hey, I'm transgender. I think I'm a woman. So I want to go in to the college dressing room, the female college cheerleaders dressing room, and shower with them. Now, what's going to keep me from doing that? I don't understand. Maybe tomorrow or sometime we'll get an attorney that may know about this. We want to get an attorney that's not going to bill us for a quarter of an hour talking to us, of course. But they're talking about Justice Department action if this one high school doesn't let this male student or any male student go into a girl. It's a violation of the student's right under Title IX of federal law that bans sex discrimination. I understand that. But the idiot's got a ding-a-ling between his legs. He's a man. He's not a woman. How the hell can anybody in their right mind say, well, if you say you're a woman, I'm going to try that at the next football game. I'm going to walk into the women's bathroom and if I dangle my thing, they wouldn't see much. But anyway, having said that, and see what happens to me. When I walk out, husbands that are waiting for their wives will beat my ass, and I wouldn't blame them. But for the government to get involved in something like this, the federal government, and say that he can be a she, not if he gets his dang-a-wang cut off, not if he gets a fake vagina. All he's got to do is say, hey, I'm transgender. I'm a woman. Unbelievable. I just don't understand how our government, how our country gets away with some of this crap other than we let them. But at some point in time, there's going to be a major problem because somebody's going to get hurt. And I mean that seriously. They say even in the military, they have to give hormone therapy to these idiots that are men that want to be women and women that want to be men. I don't know. Keep that in the confines of your house, your family. I don't want to know about all that crap. And definitely, I don't want to pay for all that crap. But when they say somebody's basic civil rights is violated, I just can't understand that. It says that they can use bathrooms, use the same dressing facilities. Students in one Missouri high school protested a decision by the district, and that's our Kyla, whatever the hell she's name is down in Hillsboro, Missouri, to let a transgender girl use female locker rooms and restrooms. See, that's unbelievable, people. Only in America. But we can put a stop to crap like that. We can put a stop to the culture of corruption. We can put a stop to all this. But we have to take a stand. We have to take a stand. And until we do, nothing's going to be right. We're just about out of here. Once again, this vet that's traveling cross-country trying to raise $12,500, got his 9-year-old Chow and Shepherd mix. And he's cute as hell. You got to get a copy of the Belleville News-Democrat. Front page, bottom fold, where the Vietnam vet, and I want to salute him for that. And I want to try to help him for being a vet, but more so than that, I want to try to help these vets that are going to lose their dogs because they can't afford to get medical treatment, veterinarian treatment for them. So he took off from Belleville yesterday. So anybody that sees him anywhere going east, I don't know, on 55, could be on one of the back roads in Clinton or Washington County, please have him give me a call at 618-394-1190 because it really is it's nice for a gentleman to do this, a gentleman to try to watch out for the vets and the animals, because he said here, when your dog is your whole world, people don't want to give them up. No, they're not your whole world. They're your family. They're part of your family. So a lot of them are falling into loopholes and not be able to keep their dogs. So anybody else want to donate, that's great, but don't really care at this point. I want to help this vet out. I want to help our furry friends out. And what a great guy. I want to salute you, sir. U.S. veteran, Air Force veteran Harold Palmquist. I know you're not listening to me from Phoenix, but I appreciate, because, see, you're off your ass. You're off your ass doing something that you feel's right, doing something that makes you feel good, doing something that helps the community, that helps our society. And that's what we all need to do. Some of us can do a little bit, some of us can do a lot, but we can all do something. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you Friday. Veterans Day is coming up. Let's don't. And why do we have every day? We salute the veterans. We salute the people who have passed before us. We honor them with a moment of silence. It's good to have Veterans Day, to remember the veterans, to remember our fallen heroes, to remember our family. But why the hell do we need one day? We've got 365 days that we need to remember them. So let's honor them on this day. Let's don't honor them by going out and getting a Veterans Day couch special or a 2-for-1 at the Dairy Queen special, Veterans Day special. Let's honor them in our hearts and our minds, the veterans, our family that's passed before us. Let's remember them every day. We don't need a special day, especially when it's nothing more than sales. The Veterans Day sale, my ass. No Veterans Day sale. It's to remember and honor our veterans, our military heroes. And let's do that. Let's do that out of honor. Let's don't worry about a 2-for-1 special. That's what's wrong in this country. Everybody takes for granted how we got where we're at. But let's don't take for granted much longer, because if so, we won't want to go where we're going to be going. We can continue, people, the fight together. We can unite. We can expose. We can drag these rotten bastard political parasitical punks that we call politicians, these asswipe son of a bitchin' bastards. We can drag them. And eventually, we'll have to do what we have to do. And that is destroy them once and for all. And we will destroy them politically, of course, right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha.
The Patriot.
Your First Amendment and All-American Station.
A division of Insane Broadcasting.
Renegade Radio.
KQQZ, St. Louis.